Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire.
Move to Riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And what is up? It's another huge day of sports in the Inland Empire. I'm Pep Fernandez, and that's Jeff Gorham. We're here to break it all the way down for all those IE sports fans out there. We're excited that you're tuning in here for the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. Jeff, we've got so much to get to, and we've got Monday Night Football right after us, Saints and Falcons. So we're going to jam-pack a lot of big IE news in the next 2 hours.
Yeah, only 2 hours tonight. We've been going here for this is our fourth day.
Can you believe that?
Holy smokes, that's a lot of hours. I was used to that morning's the
cushy Saturday
show,
the
cushy
right?
Getting up and then driving down the studio for an hour. Hey, we are now working on our fourth day.
And it's exciting, man. We go on social media. Everyone's hitting us up. I think a lot of people are getting on board because they know now that, again, we packed our bags. We moved weekdays 3 to 6 right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, and we could not be more proud to bring you some of the biggest news, biggest names, guests, breaking news, exclusive interviews right here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coming up on this show, we're going to hear from the Rancho Verde head football coach, Jeff Steinberg. That huge state playoff game is looming tomorrow night as the Mustangs will host the Cajon Cowboys. We're all fired up for that contest. So we're going to talk to head coach Jeff Steinberg about that matchup. Plus, how about some kickball, Jeff?
I love kickball. You know, the kickball that we're going to talk about, it's like a big foosball table underneath a dome. It's great. It's like human-sized foosball.
We're going to talk Ontario Fury Soccer with their new head coach, Jimmy Nordberg. We're excited about that as well. And the head coach of the UC Riverside men's basketball team, Dennis Cutts. We got to get this thing back on track. It's big military night coming up tomorrow night against Air Force. We want to hear from Coach Cutts. We want to get the Highlanders back in the win column.
Yeah, this is the fourth game in 8 days, and then they get a nice little break because they have finals next week, and then they get right back after it. They go to Montana next week.
Finals next week. We can even touch on some of the finals that the players will be taking. We asked them about that on the coaches show last night. They've got some hard classes, and they've got finals next week.
Yeah,
hit the books.
Too smart. I mean, they said they were taking molecular cell biology, all these different things. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Chance Murray, the senior guard, he's got a big Spanish final coming up. I said, por supuesto, mi amigo. Sí, right? Yeah.
Oh, hey, está Susana en casa, no en la cocina.
¿En la cocina? Sí.
Yeah. Is Susan in the...
¿Dónde la comida?
No, en la sala.
En la sala, sí, también.
Spanish.
Thank you, Jeff.
Very poquito.
Muchas gracias,
There you
señor. Hey, it's all brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by their great customer service and low prices. I went there today.
I know, I called you, and you were at Spoiled.
I was like, Jeff, I got to go. I'm at Spoiled, man. So I got a picture with them. I'll put that on our social media accounts. Thank you, Spoiled. We've also got Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire and still dominating. Thank you, Ken Sporting Goods. All your sporting gear needs, uniforms, Letterman's jackets, they do it all. Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. All sports, all levels. You want a starting job? You want a scholarship? You're trying to turn pro? Go check out Boost Performance Training and Catalano Motors in Corona off Temescal Canyon Road. Thank you, Derek Catalano and his team. Brand new lot out there off Temescal Canyon. A lot of cars going by there, so they're getting a lot of eyeballs on the new car lot. So go check out Derek Catalano down there in Corona for that sweet new ride in your life. All right, Jeff, let's hit you with some Inland Sports headlines to get this cracking here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. First off, breaking news. We can formally announce that the 33rd annual Inland Empire All-Star Classic is scheduled for January 13th at Centennial High School. It'll be Matt Logan from Centennial taking on Nick Matheny from Summit. You excited? Come on, man.
I'm always fired up. You know, you get the evil empire right there. The Death Star will come down for that game. the Emperor will come off the ship and coach another game. He's in the loss column right now. He's got to end the year on a win.
Yeah, Centennial ran into Bosco in the D1 semifinals, but we'll see if Matt Logan can win on his home field. But Nick Matheny's going to have some great players on his squad. I can tell you right now, Aquinas, Cajon, Redlands East Valley, Grand Terrace. I mean, he's going to have some dudes to pick from. I bet you the Kaiser running back, Tyler Algier, right?
Oh, that's right. He's a stud.
Big man. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, San Bernardino this year has pretty much won the battle as far as stats go. They've got a lot of teams still in the playoffs.
Because we talked about this. Think about it as we go through the headlines. Think about it. We've got 4 high school football teams in the Inland Empire still in the hunt for state championships, right?
Yep.
3 of the 4 are from San Bernardino County, and 2 are from the city of San Bernardino, the city of champions, Crown Town.
Yeah, and like I said, the men's basketball team is SBVC, number 1 in the state right now. So, yeah, to be in San Bernardino is the place to be right now.
All right, well, I'm going to switch gears on you, and we're going to go to this next story because it has to do with San Bernardino, Jeff, and I know you're going to be devastated to hear this. We will try to regroup, but Cal State San Bernardino, the women's volleyball team, in Florida for the Elite Eight, the Division II National Championships. And in their Elite Eight match, they went up against Florida Southern. And it got off to a great start for the Lady Coyotes. They won the first set, Jeff, 25-23. But then it was Florida Southern battling back, taking 3 in a row, 25-11, 25-20, and 26-24. So Cal State San Bernardino reaches the final 8 teams in the country, but they lose today. Actually, this morning, it was a 10 o'clock start here on the West Coast as they lose to Florida Southern in the Elite Eight. Lauren Nicholson and Haley Jackson with 12 kills apiece for Cal State San Bernardino. But still, a big deal to win the West region at Cal Baptist University, advance to the Elite Eight. Fantastic season, but it comes to a close today.
Yeah, they cheated. That's the only reason they beat them.
Florida Southern did?
They cheated. They cheated. That's what I heard.
Big game tonight, Thursday Night Football, NFL, right after us here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and here's why you need to watch if you're an Inland Empire football fan.
Oh, yeah, a couple guys from the IE playing tonight.
We do. A couple guys who were drafted in the NFL this, a couple months ago, because the NFL drafts in April, so it was technically this calendar year. Marcus Williams out of Roosevelt High School, a stud defensive back for New Orleans. He's a little questionable, though. Groin injury. Those groin injuries, not fun, Jeff, right?
Yeah, you don't ever pull a groin.
No. 47 tackles on the season, an interception in 11 games. Did not play last week against Carolina, but we're fingers crossed, hoping to see Marcus Williams out of Roosevelt High School suiting up for the Saints tonight. And on the other side of the football, for the Atlanta Falcons, DeMonte Casey out of Cajon High School, the former San Diego State Aztec, the Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Now, Atlanta's depleted in the secondary, so he's
got to play.
He's got to play. I think we're going to see a lot of KZ tonight. As again, Falcons and Saints on Thursday Night Football. You can listen to the game right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. To baseball news, the pride of Redlands East Valley.
Crazy. You told me this coming into the show today.
Yeah, somebody got a nice payday today.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, be friends with this guy.
I've actually had the chance to interview him. I've met him. He has his jersey retired at Redlands East Valley High School. It's the great Tyler Chatwood, formerly of the Colorado Rockies, Jeff, because he signed a new 3-year, $38 million contract with the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, that's quite a little bit of money there.
So he's going to get a nice payday. He's also going to see the Dodgers probably in the playoffs, right? So if you're a Dodgers fan, get ready for Tyler Chatwood. Although if you're a Dodger fan, you already saw him because
that's true.
He pitched for the Rockies, and that's right. a divisional opponent. So Tyler Chatwood out of Rev, 3 years, $38 million, and he is now the newest member of the Chicago Cubs starting rotation. And finally, and this is a story that we're going to hit on a little bit later for sure, Jeff. LiAngelo and LaMelo Ball. Have you heard of those guys?
Oh, what a nightmare.
I know you don't like talking about
it's just
it.
I
know.
Another wrinkle in the LeVar Ball
saga.
Seriously, where's the trash can? Because I really want to throw up. I want to throw up. I'm tired of this guy. I'm tired of, everybody was saying he was a great dad. Oh, he's a great dad. He's great. He might be a little off. Not a great dad. Makes some bad choices for his kids. And I shouldn't say they're kids.
No.
LiAngelo was a grown man.
Yeah.
And he didn't LeVar didn't pull his son. LiAngelo made that choice to leave the institution, and he's not a kid. He's an 18-year-old man.
Well, here's the latest news, and it just broke right before we came on the air. And you know what? We kind of hinted at this. We kind of saw the writing on the wall that LeVar Ball, after he took LiAngelo out of UCLA, and the youngest one, LaMelo Ball, was being homeschooled. He wasn't even playing high school ball at Chino Hills. He took LiAngelo out, and now they announced today that they are signing with agents to go play overseas, kind of what we had hinted at on Monday, that these guys were going to go look for maybe a little bit of money and some experience before, as Papa Ball would say, making that jump to the NBA.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to be able to play overseas. You got to be a good player. And I will say, LiAngelo, that's the middle one, that's the middle one. The sunglass stealer. Honest to goodness, he couldn't play. I mean, he's a He's a Division II player. He would play at the end of the bench on most teams. I don't think he would have got off the bench at UCLA. And I'm sorry if I'm calling him out. I just don't think he's that good a player. And if you're going to say, I'm just going to go over season play, it's not going to happen. You got to be able to play. And he hasn't proven anything yet.
So LiAngelo Ball and LaMelo Ball turning professional. They are signing with an agent. A little bit later in the show, we're going to tell you why this hits even closer to home for the Ball family as they are turning pro.
Where do you think they would land, though?
They can't go to China, for God's sake. That's where all the guys, that's where a lot of Americans are going over to play.
Where do you think? Antarctica?
The younger one might be able to play somewhere, but no one's going to take that headache. They might take LiAngelo will go over there and they're going to go, this guy can't play. He just can't play at that level. So good luck to those guys. That's all I can say.
We're going to talk more about it later in the show because, again, another angle. It's going to hit home right here in the city of Riverside.
Yes, it does.
As the Ball brothers now going pro. According to their dad, they have signed with an agent. They're going to go play somewhere professionally, make a little coin, and then – I guess the master plan, I don't know. Maybe he's thinking all three brothers will be part of the Lakers someday,
he did.
Right?
He said that.
Did he say that already? Okay, then there you go.
He said all three will be playing for the Lakers. I mean, come on.
What are you laughing at, Greg?
Yeah, the middle one can't play anywhere. Middle one would have a hard time, but he averaged.
ain't gonna make that happen.
Just put it this way: he averaged over 30 points a game last year at Chino Hills High School. 6'5", 245. I'd say 250. Right? How many rebounds did he average?
I don't know. How
many?
One
rebound. How do you average one rebound when your team is averaging over 100 points a game?
Well, I know when when LeVar Ball pulled him out of UCLA, a lot of those, we'll call them mid-majors, like a UC Riverside, the Big West schools. Even when we had Quincy Brewer on the show from Valley College, I said, hey, who knows? Maybe LiAngelo Ball will show up at your doorstep. And he said, bring it on.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really know what was going to happen, but now we know they're going to sign with agents. They're going to go play pro somewhere and make some money.
Let them go.
Cha-ching!
I'm a Laker fan. Go Melo. Or wait, is that the guy? Lonzo. There's too many names there. Just give me a real name.
Oh, my gosh. So that's the big news. That's your Inland Sports headlines as we begin this big show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Again, another huge day of Inland Empire sports. We're going to break it all down for the next 2 hours. We got Thursday Night Football coming up right after us, Saints and Falcons. When we come back, we're going to get you set for that big Rancho Verde versus Cajon matchup on Friday night. And then we'll also have the head coach of the Mustangs, the great Jeff Steinberg, checking in at 3:30. And, Jeff, I got a new song for you. I'm trying to get it on KGGI down the hallway.
Whoa. I heard something about this. We were talking.
It's popping off. You're going to love it. It's popping off, man. All the kids, man. Everyone's busted.
All the high school kids, they got them in their beats. It's all you, buddy.
It's the hottest new song. We're going to play it next to get you ready for that Rancho Verde Cajon game. We'll be right back here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham. Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350. Fox Sports IE 1350.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and help them reach their athletic potential, help them, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
Let's all sing Pop Goes the Weasel.
Hey, welcome
Nice.
back. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We appreciate you tuning in, breaking it all down for the folks of the Inland Empire. We appreciate you checking in because there's a lot going on today, Jeff, in the Inland Empire. We broke down those headlines, and we got some great interviews over the course of the next hour and 40 minutes.
Got some Coach Cutts will be on talking some UCR basketball.
Well, Ontario Fury, and then Jeff Steinberg from the Rancho Verde High School is right around the corner. We want to toss that phone number out there, the hotline, because when the hotline blings, we're going to pick it up because we want to hear from the folks out there in the Inland Empire.
That's right. They can call and talk to us now.
This is for the Inland Empire. So if you want to talk about LeVar Ball, high school football, who you got, Cajon, Rancho Verde,
If you just want to be salty, feel free.
You'll be one of Jeff's guys, man. That's what,
I got a lot of
Jeff
people
can
out there.
appreciate the saltiness.
I love salty people.
So, again, here's the phone number. We got it on our Twitter feed as well right now. It's 951-369-1350. So once more, it's 951-369-1350. And here's the deal, Jeff. We're going to take some calls if people want to talk IE sports. But also, later in the show, we've got Luke Bryan tickets to give away. Big country star. We're going to give away tickets on this show.
Luke Bryan, are you kidding me?
Yeah, can you believe that?
Who's Luke Bryan?
Oh, my. Jeff!
He's got to be somebody big. We're giving away tickets. Luke Bryan.
He is a huge country megastar.
I have ropers. I have
Do you?
I have
And
a pair of
boots?
ropers. I have
Well,
some
you
boots.
can't win, but someone else out there in the Inland Empire is going to win Luke Bryan tickets. We're going to do that later in the show. So wait for the... Yeah.
That's Luke Bryan?
You know this song.
Of course I do.
You know this song.
I do.
Listen.
They're making that money grow.
Yeah.
With flashing lights, backing up
I know that song.
That's it. When I was milking cows on the dairy, Luke Bryan wasn't out yet, but when I was milking cows on the dairy, I was rocking out the country,
Okay,
man.
right now, you know what I have in the back of my car?
What?
A cello.
You do?
I have a cello right now in the back of my car. So if you're driving, I'm driving home, I have a big cello because my son, I really hope he plays basketball or he does something. It's always the hope as a dad. I have a cello in the back of my car right now.
So you're a music guy.
Yeah, and he's
So you
really
love- you love
good.
Luke Bryan.
Yeah, and Luke Bryan, he's fantastic. Does he play the cello?
I hope so. But you can win tickets. We'll tell you later in the show. We'll prompt you to call in. Might even do something on Twitter. So if you follow us on Twitter, we're going to give away Luke Bryan. Like the Luke Bryan. We got tickets
That
for
is
free.
huge.
And it gets even better because we're going to have more details on this as we do the actual contest. But you're going to win passes inside the iHeart Country album release party with Luke Bryan live at the iHeart Radio Theater in Los Angeles. It's next Tuesday, December 12th.
Does that mean they might get to meet might get to meet Luke Bryan?
Man, you might even get a selfie. Could be wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do that later in the show. Again, the Inland Sports Hotline, 951-369-1350. And as much as I like Luke Bryan, there's one song out there, Jeff, I like a little bit more today.
Really?
Yes. I'm talking about the great Mario J. Music.
Not Mario J. Music.
And his hottest new hit. Ready? It's called Pep, Pep, and State. All right, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I got my
this
head.
is the world premiere right here, Jeff, right now on the Inland Sports Show. Again, Mario J. Music with his newest single called Pep, Pep, and State. It's a salute to the Inland Sports Show as well as the Rancho Verde High School football team. Here you go. Mario J. Music world premiere right now.
Humboldt State University's finest. Fernandez. Fox
There it is.
Sports Radio.
Yeah.
All the old-fashioned. The Rancho Verde.
You like it?
Give your own music.
Inland Sports.
Inland Sports. There it is, man. This is the remix. Mario J. Music.
Mario J. Music's got some skills. Is this a high school kid?
Yeah, he goes to the Rancho Verde High School, put it together. He's a big fan of the show. He loves his Mustang football team and Jeff Steinberg, and he threw this together. And I said, you know what? You took the time to make a song for the Inland Sports Show. We're going to get this on the air. The world premiere.
I'm telling you, man.
Pep and States.
It's a top hit right here. Be hip on the on 99.1 right now, I think.
So we're gonna take it down. We're gonna take it down the hallway and see if we can get that on
Sell
KGGI 99.1. Come on, Greg. You're Greg Holla. I know you can pull something off.
Greg
for us.
Hollow's going to put it on one of his podcasts. One of the sick podcasts.
Mario J. Music, man. Write it down. You'll know when you hear it, man. It's the Inland Sports Anthem.
Nice job, Mario. Nice job.
It is a great job.
It is
so
a very good job.
We appreciate him taking the time to do something like that, and we, give him a little airtime, give him a little love. So
little bit of
Pep
love.
and State. So
Sounds good.
it was awesome. All right, when we come back again, we've been talking about it all week. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow as well. Cajon against the Rancho Verde High School football state playoff game. The winner will advance to Sacramento State University, where they will play for the Division II AA state championship.
And then after that, the World Championship. They're going to play in Dubai.
If there was a world title, they would go on. But yes, this is the Southern California Regional at the Rancho Verde High School. The winner will move on. And again, it's the all-IE battle. Moreno Valley against San Bernardino, Cajon, and Rancho Verde. So when we come back, we've got the head coach of the Mustangs, the great Jeff Steinberg. He's going to break down the matchup with the Cowboys, talk about that dramatic victory against St. Francis for the CIF Southern Section Division III title. And how about his quarterback, Brock White, having a huge season with so many weapons on the outside. So we'll talk Rancho Verde football when we come back here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
And I have seen my name at the top of the page.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorup.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll swing you and you back the next time.
We're family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Welcome to the local sports leader in the Inland Empire, the Inland Sports Show. You can find us on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single Saturday at 11 a.m. plus live and amplified around the world on the Inland Sports Channel on YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
This is Kenny Clark from the Green Bay Packers, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports is the undisputed sports leader in the IE and two-time finalist for the top TV radio show in the Inland Empire. Thanks to our big-name guests, exclusive interviews, video highlights, and of course, nobody breaks more news than Inland Sports. Hosted by Big Salty Jeff Gorham and the IE Media Personality of the Year, Pep Fernandez. Honored by the CIF Southern Section with its Champion for Character Award, the National Football Foundation, the Southern California Football Coaches Association, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the San Bernardino City Unified School District. We've teamed up with some outstanding companies in our community that are proud to call the IE home, and they care about local sports.
Hey, what's up, Pep? You too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
You can join our team too. If you're a local business or owner, shoot us an email at inlandsportshow@gmail.com. Nobody covers local sports like Inland Sports. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Always want to play the best teams, even in the playoffs. If we win the playoffs, I want it to be like we earned it.
Help us spread the word, and thanks for making Inland Sports the local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Welcome to the local sports leader in the Inland Empire, the Inland Sports Show. You can find us on Fox Sports IE 13.
Go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham. And we are back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We got some Luke Bryan tickets.
Oh, this isn't Luke Bryan. This is Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh, you know Huey
I
Lewis
love
in the
Huey
News.
Lewis.
Come on, man. It's Luke Bryan.
I love Huey Lewis in the News.
No, but we do have Luke Bryan tickets. When we prompt you, go ahead and give us a call. Again, the Inland Sports Hotline is 951-369-1350. I was just tweeting out a link to call in for those Luke Bryan tickets, and I thought, you know what, it's appropriate that my, what do you call it, like my profile picture for my Twitter account?
You got a 10-gallon hat. You look like Hoss Cartwright.
I got a big cowboy hat on, man.
Do.
I did the old Banning Stagecoach Parade, and that was fun, but I had to dress all Western style.
You know what the best part of about that parade was?
What was that?
Your interview with Ronald McDonald.
Oh, that's right. You know it's going to be a great TV broadcast when the director comes up to you and says, hey, thanks for hosting the parade. Here's just a couple parameters. There's a couple people that you need to talk to during the parade.
Big names.
Big names. Big-time celebrities coming through on the Banning Stagecoach Days Parade. And I was like, okay, I got my pad of paper out. I got my pencil. I'm like, okay, his name was Patrick. Patrick, hit me up. Who's the people I can't miss? Like, I have to interview these people in the parade. It's like, okay, one is the mayor of Banning. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Telling you, he's the biggest name there is in Banning.
Yeah, and he's like, and there's one more person you can't miss. And I was like, okay, Ronald McDonald. And I said, Ronald McDonald, like Big Mac McDonald's Ronald McDonald? He's like, yep, exactly.
What do you ask him?
What did I ask? I'd have to go back and look at the broadcast.
Yes, hey, what are you putting in your sauce, buddy? I mean, seriously, you got to ask him something about burgers, or was it more like about the Ronald McDonald House, probably?
You know what? I think I asked him about the fact that they had been part of the Banning Stagecoach Days Parade for a long, long time. And I think I did ask him, did he bring me a burger? And he said, no, but we've got a location just down the road or whatever.
He had sunglasses on. I didn't know.
Oh, he was waving an American flag.
Yeah.
He was a cool Ronald McDonald.
He was very, very cool.
But yes, I do have a cowboy hat on in my Twitter profile picture. So Luke Bryan tickets up for grabs. One more time, the call-in hotline is 951-369-1350. We're going to do a contest here on the air. Might even send those out over Twitter. Might do a little social media gig as well. And someone will be going to the big Luke Bryan iHeart deal in Los Angeles coming up on Tuesday, December 12th.
Tuesday night?
Yeah. So that's going to be a pretty cool deal that we're excited about. All right, again, it's the high school football state regionals coming up in Southern California. So the way they do it here in the state brackets is they take the Southern California champions and they pair them with the Northern California champions.
and then you have the state champ. And the way they do it is if you're Division 2A or higher, you have to go all play in Sacramento at Sacramento State University. So everyone goes up north.
Okay.
I guess, which is not good for us because they used to have them at the home of the Chargers. Is it called StubHub now? What do they call it now?
Yeah, that's the
Home Depot Center, StubHub Center, whatever they call it now.
The soccer stadium.
Yeah, the soccer stadium, the home of the Chargers. They used to play the high school football state championship games in there, but now they moved them to Sacramento State, which stinks for us because that was the short drive over there for us to cover the high school football state title games. But now they're in Sacramento. That's for 2A and above. All the lower level divisions, you can actually host.
Oh, so there's some of them are in Southern California then?
Yeah, well, they potentially, yeah. So one of those schools could host in the lower division. So let's say, for example, when Citrus Hill won the state championship a couple years ago in 2015, the Hawks actually had a state championship game in their stadium.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So, but now the state championship games are up in Sacramento. So I'm circling back around to Big Bear versus Golden West in
Visalia.
Yeah, we talked about that one, right? So best of luck to the Big Bear Bears. Aquinas plays Grace Brethren, and that's Division 2A. So that's like the cutoff. So that's the last division that would go to Sacramento. And I know a lot of coaches, and I'm one of them, felt that, man, that's a pretty big division for Aquinas.
Yeah.
Because consider this, Cajon and the Rancho Verde are both Division 2 AA. So Aquinas is just one rung under them.
Yeah, that's goofy. I would love to see. I want to see those guys play down here. I wouldn't mind driving up there, but
that's a long ways.
Yeah, Sacramento. There's nothing in Sacramento. We talked about this before. There's
America's
the arena.
team.
There's the arena. They have the Capitol, and they have a railroad museum. That's it. That's all they have.
They got lots of stuff, Jeff.
Now, you're from that area. That's like
big time NBA basketball is going down in the state capitol.
There's nothing big time basketball.
Big time.
That hasn't happened since Vlade Divac was smoking cigarettes on the sideline.
Hey,
that was the last
Vladdy's calling the shots now for the Sacramento Kings.
Probably still smoking cigarettes on the sideline.
But yeah, so if we got a team that wins this Friday or Saturday, speaking specifically about that Aquinas Grace Brethren game and Rancho Verde against Cajon, they will go to Sacramento. But I was hoping that one of these teams would be in one of the lower divisions and we could have a championship game, a state title game right here in the Inland Empire. It's happened before. I was hoping to see it again.
Rancho Christian.
Rancho Christian, yeah.
That's right.
Not this year, but yeah.
Yeah, they were state champs.
And then we had Valley View. Remember Valley View against Bishop O'Dowd last year?
That's right.
In Moreno Valley, state title game in Moval.
That's right.
So it's happened before, but I guess it just goes to the fact that they've got a lot of confidence in this Aquinas team to put them in such a high division in 2A. Again, a lot of people surprised. It turned a lot of heads when we saw the Falcons in 2A because it goes all the way down to like 5 AA. Like it goes, there's a lot of different divisions, and 2A is pretty high when you consider the big picture.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the big boys play.
It is.
Yep.
And so if you look at Cajon and Rancho Verde in 2 AA and Aquinas in 2A, they're not too far off. We could have had an Aquinas against Cajon state playoff game.
That would have been sweet.
Wouldn't that be?
Yeah, you could almost throw a baseball from one school to the other. I mean,
they're very
really
close.
Yeah.
Very close in San Bernardino. So we've got Rancho Verde against Cajon. That's 2 AA. That's Friday night, 7:30. And then Aquinas taking on Grace Brethren. And that is Saturday night, 6 o'clock at Moore Park College. And again, because of these fires, we've been touching on this because there's a lot of things up in the air. I know for a fact that the CIF state office has already moved one of the state playoff games in that area.
Yeah.
So if the Aquinas Grace Brethren game is at Moore Park College.
Yeah, and I was up in that area Tuesday up in Malibu, and it was no joke. It was ash. It looked like Mount St. Helens had just erupted in Malibu. It was a strange, it was dark, eerie. It was just a horrible, horrible experience. And I couldn't imagine seeing guys play football in that.
Yeah, there's so much tragedy going on in that area. It's hard to even think about football at this time, but they are going to push forward with these state playoff games. But again, some of these games, or at least I know one of them has been moved. It's that Bishop Diego game, a team from the Santa Barbara area. They're moving that game to Cal Lutheran University to maybe not because of directly a fire heading towards the school, but because of the air quality. The smoke in that area is just so bad. They've got to get to an area. In fact, I know the LA Rams were practicing at the LA Coliseum because they practice up in Thousand Oaks.
That's right.
And that's the area that's being hit really hard by these wildfires. So a lot of teams, football teams, are having to adjust from NFL teams all the way down to the high school level. And again, Aquinas playing Grace Brethren at Moore Park College. That's kind of in the heart of that area between Santa Clarita and Ventura. There's a lot of different wildfires going on. We heard there's one in Temecula, in fact, right now.
Yeah, right now they said they were using Great Oak as an
evacuation center. So.
Yes, that's crazy. So we hope that the winds die down here.
Yeah, the wind is like the worst thing possible right now.
And get some rain. If not, it'll be like playing it on the French Open. If they're
more
the
clay courts, right?
Yeah, it'd be like a clay court in football. So.
Yeah, so very bizarre situation, and if anything changes officially from the CIF state office about the locations or maybe game times for some of these state regionals, we will be the first to let you know. But as of right now, maybe the one that was most in jeopardy was that Aquinas Grace Brethren, but it's still scheduled Saturday, 6 o'clock at Moore Park College. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. More on the Ball brothers signing with an agent and why it relates directly
to Riverside.
And Jeff is working the phone over there.
Yeah,
working his connections to see if we can make something happen here on the Inland Sports Show.
I'm hoping it would be a little strange if we could get this person on the air. We would have the scoop of the year, I think.
Would we?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you working on it?
I'm trying.
How's it look?
Well, right now I have somebody that's talking to this person. It's just a matter of we can get them convinced to come on the air and talk with us.
The suspense is building. I can't stand it. We'll talk more about the LeVar Ball's sons, LaMelo and LiAngelo Ball brothers, signing with an agent, according to reports today that broke right before we came on the air. So we will talk about that and how it directly affects us here in Riverside. In fact, right down the road from our station here at Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. So we'll talk about that when we come back. More high school football and Ontario Fury action right here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Now this party is really starting to pick up.
How do you get it all done?
I just sent out the invitations with the help of Cold Star Ice. It's another holiday on ice party. Pretty easy.
Oh, that's good.
The Cold Star Ice Company has your party covered with bagged ice, block ice, shaved ice.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
And 0 monthly payments until February 2018. It's all good at All Star Kia. Shop now through Monday.
That's you. Bring your own tools, pull the parts you need, and save big. At LKQ Pick Your Part, you'll find millions of parts from hundreds of cars and trucks to choose from. Right now, download our PYP Garage app. Get instant notifications when your vehicle comes to an LKQ Pick Your Part near you. Sign up for our PYP Garage and start earning points towards discounts on future purchases at LKQ Pick Your Part. It's easy and free to sign up. Visit LKQPickYourPart.com for more information, or visit us today and save big. What's in your garage?
At Amazon, we've got everything you need for the perfect holiday get-together. From wining to dining to reclining together afterwards. And get free shipping on over 100 million items with eligible orders over $25, only at Amazon, for all your entertaining and gifting needs. So whether it's a small family gathering or a whole house full, if you're hosting good times this holiday, visit Amazon.
How do you throw a curveball? How do you build a fort? How do refrigerators run? How do fish learn how to swim?
Kids ask a lot of questions.
How high can you jump?
But you don't have to know every answer.
How many phone numbers are there?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
How do cell phones work?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
What's electricity?
They just need you.
What's the moon made of?
For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, KUBE, Riverside.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
Here's a little story I got to tell.
Beastie Boys.
I know this music.
Yeah, do you?
I do know this music.
Hey, but we're going to do Luke Bryan tickets. The Luke Bryan, country superstar, very, very soon right here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We'll pass out that number, and you can call when you are prompted. Just a little bit later on the show, we're also going to hype it up on Twitter. We might give away some Luke Bryan tickets on Twitter as well, so stay tuned. But right now, let's go to the hotline. We got a hot listener out there, Chris Chaddick. Chris, what's up? Are you cool with Big Salty G over here? I know you had a Twitter beef with Jeff Gore for a while.
He's the guy that gave me the nickname.
Oh, man, me and Salty G, we've made our peace, man. Salty G and Pat, you guys are doing a great job on the show. I'm telling you, I'm on my commute home from work. I had to stop listening to that show that runs with Metro some Shmoney and start listening to you guys, you know? The local guys. So,
well, hey, Chris, we appreciate you listening, man. We've been hyping up this Cajon Rancho Verde game. Let's get your take on that game. Who you got in this one?
Well, number one, you've got 2 great coaches. You can't go wrong. Coach Rogers, Coach Steinberg, legends in the game. You got 2 great teams representing. It's a classic battle, San Bernardino County versus Riverside County. You think it's going to go to whoever has the ball last. I honestly think neither defense can stop the other.
A lot of points in this one, right?
Weapons. You got Manny Allen on one side. You got the big, tall receiver, the big 6'8" kid.
Yeah, Darren Jones for the Cowboys.
King Flip-Flop.
I mean, it's basically going to come down to who has the ball last. I mean, it's a toss-up. Both teams are so evenly matched, and both teams are so well coached. It's just going to come down to who has the ball last. Part of me is kind of rooting a little bit for Cajon just because Rome Weber, who I had last year at San G, playing corner over there. Plus, I love the city of San Bernardino, born and raised here, you know, so it's got a lot of love for it. But, you know, if Coach Steinberg and Rancho Verde pull it off, I wouldn't be mad either. I honestly predict it's going to come down to whoever has the ball at the end of the day.
Coach, you and I had our beef. It was fun beef, I will say. You were the guy that coined the phrase Salty Jeff. Salty G.
Salty G.
Yeah, in fact, you were going to bring he was going to bring a Morton's salt to the game with my face on it.
We tried to get Morton's salt as a sponsor on the show for Jeff.
He was so salty, but I figured it out, man. He's an alumnus of the school. His dad taught, so the roots run deep. So of course he was gonna roll with Nordvista. But you know what? We used that salty G quote for motivation. Ended up winning that game in overtime. And then, you know, me and Salty G cultivated a nice relationship after that. So thank you, Salty G, for the bulletin board material. Really good help on our run.
I love it. I love it. Now, I want to say this just because we've become friends. You're about ready to be a dad here for the first time.
Absolutely. March 2nd. I'm very happy. March 2nd. I got my baby boy on the way. So hopefully he can be a baller and just learn and, you know, maybe old Uncle Salty G and Uncle Salty G.
Well, Chris, man, we always appreciate the time, man. And, again, congratulations on being a dad very, very soon. And are we going to see you at that Cajon Rancho Verde game?
Absolutely. I will be there. What miss it?
He's everywhere. He's recruiting guys, too, you know.
Yeah, he's everywhere. Yeah, he's a coach at San Bernardino Valley College, so he's always got his eye on that talent.
He's got to get his hooks in one of those guys.
Absolutely. You gotta pat out some guys. You have one fall through the cracks, we'll gladly take them.
Well, Chris, you're the man. We'll see you tomorrow night at the big football game.
All right, have a good night.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Check it in. That's Chris. Again, the hotline is open here on the Inland Sports Show. Once again, 951-369-1350 is the phone number. So we were talking about LaMelo and LiAngelo Ball right here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. And Jeff, we said it hits home. It is right in our backyard. And tell us why.
Well, you know, Harrison Gaines is the agent of Lonzo Ball. Well, today he signed the other two brothers as well. So Harrison Gaines, former UC Riverside basketball player and a Riverside student. We're efforting to try to get him to come on the air and maybe talk about this, because right now he's a polarizing figure in the city.
Because if anyone's going to know where LiAngelo and LaMelo Ball are going to sign, it would be him.
Yes.
Should we go back to the hotline?
Go to the hotline.
Let's go back to the Inland Sports Hotline. Welcome to the Inland Sports Show.
Hello?
How's it going?
It's going great.
You got a hot sports take for the Inland Sports Show today?
I sure do.
Go ahead, give it to us.
You know, LeVar Ball should just mind his own business, let his kids be kids.
You know what? I think you're right.
You know, I knew somebody before. His name was Coach Gorham, and he had two kids that grew up that became great basketball players and great human beings because he gave them space.
Yeah, too much space. Way too much space.
And he wore his checker jacket. He did his own thing, but he let his kids be men.
Well, because he used to chase us around and beat us up if we didn't shoot 1,000 shots a day. Timmy Hatch, how are you?
Another great show. I love listening to you.
Hey, Tim, we appreciate the love. The hotline's blowing up. We got to keep moving here, but we appreciate it. Please call back.
All right. See you later.
See you, Tim.
Tim Hatch, he's unbelievable. Let's go back to the Inland Sports Hotline here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hello, welcome to the show. Who's this?
I'm looking for Pep Fernandez. This is Jimmy Nordberg from the Ontario Fury.
Coach Nordberg, we were just expecting you. Welcome to the show. It's the head coach of your Ontario Fury. We're excited to have him on, the first-year head coach for the Fury. And we're going to talk to him a little bit. We're all brought to you by Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training, and Catalano Motors in Corona. Coach Nordberg, we appreciate you joining us here on the show. And first off, I'm trying to educate Jeff over here on the indoor soccer game, arena soccer.
It's the greatest game next to basketball on the planet.
Coach Nordberg, are you a traditional like outdoor soccer guy, and how did you make that transition to arena soccer?
Yeah, so I grew up. Well, first off, thanks for having us, guys. I appreciate being on the show. And yeah, I grew up playing on the outdoor field. Grew up in the Rancho area. Played there for the Arsenal Soccer Club. Went on and played high school soccer at Rancho High School. Then went on to Azusa Pacific. Played there my freshman year. Transferred out. Finished out at Cal State San Bernardino. And then went and played in Salt Lake City after that for a couple of years. And, so I was always an outdoor guy. Up in Salt Lake City, it gets cold. And we trained at the Olympic training facility there when it got cold. And they had a team that was, so the Jazz owned an indoor team there called the Freeze. So one of these seasons when I was there, I played on the indoor team. And I didn't know anything about the game. It was very foreign to me. And to be honest with you, I was terrible because I was more of a bruiser than anything else.
You like to play physical, right? Because when you play indoor, it's more tactical, right? You got to have some skills.
Yeah, and it's very quick, and some of the players are very crafty with the ball. And the game is so high-paced, so much energy, that it was so different than the outdoor game, which really, I think the American fans love it because of the scoring and the transition and the movement. It's really great to watch.
Well, that's why Jeff loves it. I don't know if you know this, but for the first 2 years for the Fury, I did the play-by-play broadcasting, and I got Jeff, my co-host over here, some tickets, and he fell in love with the indoor game, which I can appreciate as well because I like the goals. I like all the scoring as well.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing for our local fans is, we're trying to put an attacking brand out where, our goal is to get 10 to 15 goals a game. We want to run out of those blue and orange Dave and Buster balls. We're going to kick them in the stands as much as we possibly can, and we want to, get these great goals and celebrate and have the kids love it and the fans love it and just kind of make that attacking style of soccer.
We've got Ontario Fury head coach Jimmy Nordberg here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Coach, you're coming off a big road trip. I mean, can't keep up with you guys. It seems like you're always in Harrisburg or Baltimore. You're always on the road, but I guess you're coming back for a big homestand, right?
Yeah, so the trip back east is tough. Our team is Brazilians and Latin Americans and Southern Californians, and we're not used to going back to Syracuse where it's below 20 degrees. So that was a bit of a culture shock for us, and obviously traveling back east is never easy with the time change and stuff like that. Plus, those teams back over there, it's in their blood because they do it so much as youth players and stuff like that because of the weather. So those are veteran teams, and for us to go out there and split, the Baltimore Blast is the two-time defending champs. Harrisburg made it to playoffs. So for us to come back and split with those four games is huge for us.
Got a big one coming up this Sunday against the El Paso Coyotes inside Citizens Business Bank Arena. And, Coach, what's it like having that home field advantage at CBBA? You guys always draw pretty well, and it gets loud in there. And, of course, when you score goals, the fans like that, and it gets it even louder inside.
Man, I'll tell you what, there's no place like home. Going to these different arenas, different fields is like, man, you really appreciate the Citizens Bank Arena. Just the facility and the turf and everything is so top class. So I think for our guys, we're a very technical team. It's huge for us to have a big field. At Baltimore, the field was as big as a basketball court. So it's about 25 feet smaller than what we normally play on. So it's a huge difference. And then, you go to Harrisburg, and it's on dirt. So the ball's bouncing all over the place. So for us to come on home, man, we are so happy to come home.
Well, I'll say this, Coach. When I was traveling with the Fury, we went to a couple different places on those road trips. We come back to Ontario, and I'm thinking, man, if you're a player out there, a free agent, and you're looking at some of these franchises, you got to be able to fall in love with the Fury and CBBA, right?
That's right. I mean, you go to some of these places, and you're like, come to Southern California, and the middle of the winter, and you got your sandals on, and you can go to the beach, So
yeah, forget Syracuse, forget Harrisburg, forget Baltimore. Leave your winter jacket at home. Come to Ontario, right?
That's right. And I think we're really trying to get the local young talent also, because I think that's a huge thing for us. So if you look at our roster, we got some very talented veterans, and we also got some very young players that I think as the season goes on are going to be regular names across this league.
Well, we'll try to make them household names right here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM for sure. Coach, let me ask you this, because you guys actually have open tryouts periodically throughout the year. I mean, there's a lot of talent in the Inland Empire. You probably pluck a couple guys out of here, right?
Yeah, so we got Adrian Perez. He's a Ontario high school kid. He went to college at Little Marymount, so we got him to come out. We got Willie Regosa, who is a local kid from Monte Vista, and he went to UCLA. So we're starting to get some of these local guys that went on and played college ball that we've known through the club level, just through the local area, and say, hey, now that the Fury's grown, the name's really getting out there, we've been to the playoffs, they want to come back and play here. So the more we can do that, the better for us.
I'll tell you what, I'm 6'8", about 275 pounds, but agile. I could be in goal for you. No one could even kick it by me because I'm giant.
Hey, so we got a rookie keeper that's 31 years old.
I'm 47.
I'm a man. I'm 47.
As long as your reflexes are quick.
Yeah, I played professional basketball. I still have some kind of moves with me, but I tell you what, I have great hands. Nothing gets by these mitts.
Nothing gets. Come on out. We would love to have you.
I'm playing.
You know what? We should. Actually, we should. And the next time the Ontario Fury have an open tryout, we should send Jeff to it, and Coach Nordberg can run him through the tryout. That'd be fun.
Seriously, I'm telling you, no one can get a ball by me.
Jeff, these guys are pros, man. They'll hurt you.
I will no.
I love the attitude.
There's no way. I want to be a pro soccer player. That was seriously, of all the pro sporting events, that was the coolest thing I ever saw. It was like a living, breathing foosball game right there.
Yeah, exactly right.
It was awesome. I loved it.
So, I will tell you what. So last season, I came with Coach Bernie, and I was on the bench a couple times, and I looked at him like, what is going on? This is pure mayhem on the bench. Because it's like a hockey game, right?
Yeah.
With all the changes and stuff going on, and Bernie is just an absolute magician with the way he subs. So he's been mentoring me a little bit on how that kind of goes down. I've learned a ton over the first six games.
Hey, Coach,
it's been cool.
Final question here, and I hope you have my back on this. There's a little WWE in arena soccer, right? There's drama between teams and drama between players. Like, there's always like these little scuffles and, storylines building between the franchises.
There is a lot of that. There's a lot of that. A lot of rivalries, a lot of guys that don't like other guys, a lot of owners that don't like owners, ex-players that don't like current players. There's a lot of that stuff going on.
I could equate indoor soccer game to being like a Rocky movie. Yes. You got the cheerleaders, there's lights, there's fighting. Seriously, it's a spectacle. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
My 11-year-old son was there, and he got to meet the Fury cheerleaders.
The ladies of the Ontario Fury, yeah.
You know what? It changed his life.
It changed his life.
It did. He hit puberty like that. It was the greatest experience ever.
Hey, Coach, we appreciate the time. You've got a big 4-game homestand coming up. It begins Sunday against the El Paso Coyotes, and you guys will try to be going above the 500 mark.
Yeah, we got one of our ex players playing against us on Sunday, so it should be a fun one.
Oh, who is it? Maybe I remember him.
Alex Casares.
I do. I remember the name. Uh-oh.
Beat him up.
Again, there's that storyline. There's the drama building for the Fury.
Beat him up. I want to see a fight.
Hey, Coach,
we're going to go on and get him Sunday.
Hey, and save a spot for Jeff at that next tryout. He's going to be there playing goalie.
1,000%. He's already in. I got them.
I got elbow pads. I want gear. I want to wear some gear.
He'll hook you up, I'm sure.
I'll get you gear for sure.
All right, that's Jimmy Nordberg, the head coach of the Ontario Fury. Big game coming up on Sunday against El Paso. Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk soon.
All right, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Coach.
Jeff, you got to do it now. You're locked in. You're gonna try out for the Fury. You fired up?
Dude, I might be a pro.
You might go back in the pro.
I'm not lying here. I'm just sitting here, I'm going, you know what? If I started dieting right now, that would give me an incentive. I might only be able to play like one game because my knees are so bad. But I'm telling you, I got mitts. I still have a little bit of agility. I can do it.
Just like
I'm gonna try out.
Just like LiAngelo and LaMelo Ball, you're turning pro.
I'm gonna
right
be a
now.
pro
Today.
I'm signing an agent, Harrison Gaines.
Here we go. When we come back, we got the head coach of the Rancho Verde High School, Jeff Steinberg, to break down that huge matchup against Cajon tomorrow night. That's when we come back on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350. The all-new Fox Sports IE 1350.
With AT&T, you get more than unlimited data. You get HBO included for no extra charge, and more announcers, like this news anchor.
This just in, with AT&T, you get more.
And movie trailer guys.
In a world of unlimited plans, AT&T gives you more.
Get HBO included for no extra charge with your AT&T Unlimited plan.
Requires an eligible wireless plan and activating HBO. After 22 gigabytes per line per month, you may experience slower speeds. Benefits start within 2 bills and may be billed and then credited. Channels and offers subject to change. Streaming and other restrictions apply. See att.com/.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
And I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
As Jeff Steinberg would say, it's the day before the day. The big game. The Rancho Verde hosting Cajon in the CIF State Division II AA playoffs. The winner will advance to Sacramento and play for that state championship. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's a privilege, it's an honor, and we always have a good time with Jeff Steinberg here on the show. Coach, how's practice been this week as you guys gear up for the Cowboys?
Really, really good. We've had some great practices. You know, you get to this point in the year where, you know, you just kind of cut stuff down and try to keep them crisp and spend maybe a little more time watching film.
We got Jeff Steinberg here on the show as the Mustangs get ready to host Cajon. How cool is that for you guys to be back home hosting a state regional with a bid to the state title game on the line?
Yeah, you know, we're just trying to put everything in perspective, and I think all that stuff is great. But I think that what happens is sometimes people try to spend a little more time focusing on the reward, and we're just trying to do what we've done all year long. You know, keep focused on our mantra of you know, let's focus on the process and let's take care of the things that are going to go into earning that. So, just trying to kind of keep things focused here.
Yeah, Coach. You know, you started off, you know, not the team you are right now. I mean. There was kind of questionable. I covered you guys a little bit early in the year, and I said, you know, it didn't look like a typical Rancho Verde team. You had a couple of stumbles, Burroughs and Citrus Hill, and then after that Citrus Hill game, something happened. What happened to the program that you guys just took off from there?
I think it was all percolating, and that really allowed things to come to fruition. You know, we're young, we're growing, we're learning, and there's just a lot of stuff. It wasn't any one thing, just a lot of stuff going behind the scenes. And I think, I'll tell you what, the way they handled those losses says a lot about them, because just being so young, they could have went in the tank. And they really, you know, we were talking to the team today about it. They really took those as learning experiences. And the thing that separates people who are very tough and championship-minded from everybody else is they take what maybe somebody would look at as a failure. They take those setbacks and they use them as learning experiences, and I think that's by and large what the kids did those two games.
We got Jeff Steinberg here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, let me walk you back for a moment to that CIF Southern Section Division III championship game at St. Francis, and Luis Santiago kicking that game-winning field goal as time expired. You've seen a lot of football. You've coached a lot of football, played a lot of football. How dramatic was that finish? Where does that game kind of stack up in your football life?
Oh, it goes to the top for football. Like, could there be a better way to end the game? And could there be a better game? And even St. Francis, who came out on the losing end, unfortunately, and a thing like that. Like, there are no losers, but you want your team to play right down to the last second, which they did and we did, and you know, for Luis and you know, for the rest of the team, but especially Luis, could there really be a better time in a young man's life like than that second where he kicks the winner?
I mean, that's what you dream about, right? As a little kid, like that's the moment.
Yes, yeah.
And nobody ever knows the kicker's name, but I'm sure everyone knows Luis now. I'm sure he's the most popular guy in the locker room.
How would Pep say his last name?
There we go.
Santiago! You know, it was ironic. I had some Santiago parents reach out to me and say, isn't it ironic that Jeff Steinberg had a kicker named Santiago to win it?
Yeah. It was fitting. It was fitting.
Now, we had him on the show on Monday, and what a great kid and what a great story, and he's got a couple more years to live on these laurels here.
It's, you know, really, it's a great thing, and he's only a sophomore. He's young, but like we told the kids after the game, this will go down in your young lives as one of the great moments. But in the course of your life, it'll pale in comparison to all the great things that happen in your life. But it'll be a great high school memory.
When you get married, have kids,
Exactly.
Go see Star Wars. I mean, there's some real monumental moments.
Hey, and speaking of kids, I follow you on Twitter. What is this donut cake for your daughter? Your daughter turned 11 this week?
Yeah, she turned 11. My JoJo turned 11.
JoJo. So happy birthday, JoJo. So a good week for you. You get your daughter turns 11. She gets a donut cake, and you're playing to possibly go to a state championship.
Yeah, it's been a good week for the family.
Well, who does the donut cake?
Yeah,
because I'm trying to figure this out. Do you run out like early in the morning and you come back and you build a little tower of donuts and make a cake for your daughter?
Yeah, I get up early. I do my thing. I go pick up the donuts. I bring them home. My wife's already got the balloons and stuff up, and then she stacks them. And we do this for all the kids' birthday, and they get cake too. But that's how she starts the day, and then we put the candles in, and we do happy birthday. And I think it kind of started just being busy and not always being home at the perfect time. So we get them up early and we start the day off together, and then I head out to work.
Very cool.
That's so cool. You know what, Coach? We're no longer neighbors. We used to be neighbors, but I'll give you my new address. My birthday's coming up, so if you want to show up at my door with a tower of donuts and a donut cake, that'd be awesome.
That would be really weird if I was sitting in your living room when you woke up.
I have donuts every morning. Now I'm going to start making donut cakes. I got to keep this physique up.
Oh yeah, it's going to be real hard over there, Jeff. We got Jeff Steinberg here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, let's revisit that matchup real quick with the Cajon Cowboys. Without giving away all your tricks and all your secrets, I'm sure you've been breaking down tape all week long on the Cowboys. We've been talking about Cajon as well. They've got a fantastic quarterback. That guy, Darren Jones, on the outside, standing 6'8", is a matchup nightmare. Jeremiah Martin at defensive end leads the state in sacks. I mean, they do a lot of things well, but how do you kind of see this matchup with Cajon tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's two offenses that have really had a lot of production from various guys. It's not just one guy. Some similarities in terms of just being spread and all that. But, I don't know if you slow them down or I don't know if you stop them. We're going to hopefully slow them down a bit. Don't want to really get into a game where we're trading scores at a fast pace over the course of 4 quarters. So, we're going to try some things defensively and do our deal on offense and see if we can keep it manageable, and then who knows? Maybe it could be one of those situations with the team with the ball last wins.
Coach, are you going to wear your John Deere hat to the game?
I don't need it. Our kids, they kind of got the message that one week. Well, my wife said, "Please don't wear it."
Well, I want to ask you this: can you donate it to the Inland Sports Show so we can put it on the wall?
What a great idea!
You know what? Yeah, we'll get the kids on the team to sign it, and we'll get it to you guys.
Oh,
awesome!
How cool is that?
Yeah, because I had I covered the game for Riverside TV, and that was all we were talking about. I was like, he's wearing a John Deere hat.
Why does he have a John Deere hat? Big, bright green hat.
Yes, we want that hat in the Inland Sports Show.
You got it. Got it. We'll make it happen.
The CIF Southern Section D3 champs, Rancho Verde, taking on Cajon tomorrow night in the 2AA State Regional. The winner will go on to Sacramento. Coach, we always appreciate the time. And yeah, I'm serious. I'll send you my address and my birthday so we can have some donuts that morning.
You got it. Thanks for all you guys do for high school sports. Really appreciate it.
Our pleasure, Coach. Thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow night.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
That's the great Jeff Steinberg. Hey, Jeff, great call on the spot.
I'm telling you.
The John Deere hat autographed by his players and hanging up here in the studio.
Yeah, we got to cover Tim Hatch's face up here.
Oh, that's going to be a big hat, though.
A large hat.
When we come back, we'll talk a little UC Riverside basketball with the head coach of the Highlanders, Dennis Cutts. Big game tomorrow night against Air Force on Military Appreciation Night inside the SRC Arena. We'll be right back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Hartman here. Sunday brunch is always.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Single Saturday at 11 a.m. plus live and amplified around the world on the Inland Sports Channel on YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
This is Kenny Clark from the Green Bay Packers, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports is the undisputed sports leader in the IE and two-time finalist for the top TV radio show in the Inland Empire, thanks to our big-name guests, exclusive interviews, video highlights, and of course, nobody breaks more news than Inland Sports. Hosted by Big Salty Jeff Gorham and the IE Media Personality of the Year, Pep Fernandez, honored by the CIF Southern Section with its Champion for Character Award, the National Football Foundation, the Southern California Football Coaches Association, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the San Bernardino City Unified School District. We've teamed up with some outstanding companies in our community that are proud to call the IE home, and they care about local sports.
Hey, what's up, Pep? You too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
You can join our team too. If you're a local business or owner, shoot us an email at inlandsportshow@gmail.com. Nobody covers local sports like Inland Sports. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Always want to play the best teams, even in the playoffs. If we win the playoffs, I want it to be like we earned it.
Help us spread the word, and thanks for making Inland Sports the local sports leader in the Inland Empire.
Tragically break up and blame creative differences.
Yeah, I'm not banking my retirement on a band that's never left your garage.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Hey, Mom, why is the sky blue? Why don't animals talk? Why do dogs have wet noses? Why is an 11 pronounced 21?
Kids ask a lot of questions,
Why do I have a belly button?
but you don't have to know every answer.
Why is the ocean salty?
Because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent.
Why are there 50 states?
There are thousands of children in foster care who don't need every question answered.
Why is pizza round?
They just need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Now back to the Inland Sports Show. Here's Pep and Jeff.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Proudly brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods, Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Boost Performance Training, and Catalano Motors in Corona.
Is there a better board guy in the world than Greg Holla?
Holla! He's doing a great job today. We appreciate Greg holding it down. Greg had the hood. When Greg puts the hood over his head, it's getting serious in here.
Yeah, and he played Rockwell. He just played a little Sting. This is Huey Lewis in the news.
Lewis, yeah.
He's the best.
Hey, Coach, if we got Dennis Cutts on the line here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. I'm just curious, Coach Cutts, what is your music of choice? If you're trying to maybe just zone out a little bit before a game or after a game, what's your music of choice?
I always answered this way. I listen to a lot of talk radio, so I don't know how much music I listen to. If I had to go to something, maybe a little Earth, Wind, and Fire, Luther.
Oh, wow.
Look at you, Coach.
Yeah, but then probably 80s. Yeah, I'm an 80s product, too, so Huey Lewis is good.
Yeah! I love Huey Lewis in the news.
We got Dennis Cutts, the head men's basketball coach at UC Riverside here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Big game coming up for the Highlanders tomorrow night against Air Force, Military Appreciation Night, and we're excited about this one. Coach, it's a mild 4-game skid here, but how do we get back on the right track? How do we get some W's as we head into conference play, which is now right around the corner, it feels like?
Yeah, it's coming, and we've talked about that. You know, we've got to obviously be putting together more complete games. Turnovers and rebounds hurt us there for a while, and then we got that under control. We've got to get better shots, so our execution offensively has to create better opportunities for guys to score the ball at a more efficient level. That number is down below what we would like. So I would say to target moving forward, that's a key. You know, our defensive number has been solid outside of the rebounding, but we've been very solid at that end of the floor. So offensive efficiency is a prime target right now.
Well, we had a great time with you last night on the UC Riverside Coaches Show at Lake Alice, and I told you I'll wrap up a couple wins and put them under the Christmas tree for you if you don't mind.
We need them. You know, obviously kids work hard. I think our kids work hard. They want to be rewarded. Sometimes you can learn a little bit more from losing. Winning can disguise some things. So we've gotten exposed in some areas, and I think the guys really see that. I thought we did great work today, and you just continue to hope that it's going to, you know, pay off on that next opportunity, which is tomorrow night.
Well, you've played a lot of, we discussed this, a lot of different kinds of teams this year. You've had Michigan, a very athletic, well-versed team as far as shooting the ball. You've played Western New Mexico, a very athletic team. You've played all sorts of teams. Tomorrow night, you guys have Air Force. Air Force kind of runs that Princeton offense, if I recall. What are you guys going to do to combat that, and what are the keys you see to tomorrow night's game?
Well, yeah, it's great. You know, the coach does a great job up there. They're disciplined and tough, as you would expect, you know, a military school to be, and very precise with that offense. So, you know, you'll see teams kind of have versions of that through the year. Michigan ran a little bit of it, so guys have caught up to that. We need to be physical at that end of the floor. You know, we have a size advantage, and we just haven't quite used it enough. So we need to use that at both ends of the floor, be physical with this basketball team, and I think, again, score it at a more efficient level. They've shown 46% field goal percentage defense. We need to take advantage of that and score this ball at a really efficient level tomorrow night.
It's UC Riverside head men's basketball coach Dennis Cutts here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, your players have finals week coming up. How do you kind of navigate through that, making sure that they still practice? There's no games next week. I know you have Montana the following Sunday, but how do you navigate through finals week and making sure that they're hitting the books and they're getting the best grades they can while also, staying on top of basketball and making sure you guys are ready for Montana next weekend?
Well, it's difficult, Pep, and I'm glad, people, they sometimes don't realize they're student athletes and it's a challenge, and whether they're in tutoring, getting final papers in, sometimes this week can be as busy as next week. and it's a real challenge. That's why we try to stay home, to play Pepperdine just on the day trip and play at home Friday night. Next week, we're giving the weekend off, so that they should spend all weekend studying. Hopefully they study before that, but they got the weekend to study. You get prepared for kind of Monday, Tuesday. Give them off Wednesday to get a full day of studying in for finals on Thursday, Friday. And then, again, we hit up to Montana Saturday. So that becomes a fun time. You just kind of just basketball for about 3 weeks. But this is a challenging time, especially on this campus, to focus on both your academics and the basketball.
Like Jeff over here, he would take like ceramics, but we talked to Dikembe Martin. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
But Dikembe Martin, your star point guard from JW North, he's taken, what was it, Jeff, like bioengineering, anthropology or something wild.
Biological anthropology, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they're not taking the easy classes. I mean, these guys have tough finals coming up.
No, they're legitimate. We've got a program that's very serious academically. These kids have done a good job there, but each court is a challenge. It's a competitive, as we talk about competitive at basketball level. It's competitive out there in the classroom, and they need to compete. But that one's a tough one. I always tell them, don't ask me for help. We got tutors for that, and academic people. Don't come asking me about biological anthropology.
Well, Coach, let's get back to a little bit of basketball here. Alex Larson, I've been really impressed with how much better he is this year than he was last year and the year before that and so forth. The kid has really come on strong. He's been the most versatile player, I should say, the entire season. Is it because you think he's been with you for 4 years now? That's very important in your program. I know. Can you say something a little bit about Alex Larson for us?
Well, he's been great, and I've always said this since the kid's gotten here. He's a 10 of a kid. He cares about this place. He's a 3'5", 3'6" student. I mean, he's an exceptional student. He's a 10 of a kid and just cares about doing the right thing. I actually think if we were playing a little better, he would be even highlighted a little bit more. We haven't been great getting him the ball in certain areas, but as far as kind of just coming and bringing it every day, John Maxwell brought up the deal. I think if he starts tomorrow, he'll set the record for the most starts by a player in this program. And, he started every day. And that's what you want out of a fourth-year senior, reliable every night. He's giving you everything he's got, and I've been very, very pleased with him.
And then Chance Murray and Menno Dykstra have really come on the last few games, starting to get their sea legs, feeling better. And it's going to start. We're seeing Menno hitting jump shots now from 3. We're seeing Chance hitting a few shots. So there's a lot of progression, a lot of good things coming to the Highlanders here.
Well, we've just been out of sorts a little bit, and that's 100% on me. Menno came off the injury staff for about 4 weeks, and he's a timing finesse kid, but we need him to be able to stretch that defense. He's an outstanding shooter once he kind of gets his rhythm back. And it has been good. The chance of shooting it at a better percentage. He had to take some late the other night, but a better percentage out there. And I just think they're just kind of, again, learning to fit together a little bit. And I know it sounds like an excuse, but some guys have been in and out. And I do think this team's going to hit a little bit of a stride here coming up.
We got Dennis Cutts here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM, previewing that big matchup against Air Force tomorrow night at SRC Arena. Coach, one thing I've noticed as Jeff and I have been doing the games is you use a lot of different combinations. I think there's been some games where 13 different guys might see some minutes in a single game. Is it because you're trying to find some chemistry out of necessity because of injuries? What was the thinking going into seeing a lot of different guys get on the floor and maybe find some, again, some chemistry, some success there?
Yeah, I don't know if that's been good or bad. Honestly, I think it will help us in the long run, but we've got to get a little better rotation, and part of it is just nobody's separated themselves enough daily in practice or in games, and we don't have a good rotation. It's been my issue, and I am searching a little bit for just some more continuity, and we need to go forward. Obviously, teams usually by this time have that, so we've got to get more of a sound rotation. We've gone a little bigger, getting Menno because Brandon was playing so well, so things have just kind of evolved. This team has moved, and I know we have a lot of guys back, but 4 guys, didn't sat out a year ago, and then we added 4 guys, so 8 of them didn't quite play with us. So we are, even though we had a lot of guys back, we have some new pieces that we're trying to place in there and how they fit and learn it, and we tweaked the system a little bit from a year ago, so everybody's learning it. So there's a lot of things, but we for sure, Pep, need a more consistent rotation and lineup.
And how about the sophomore out of J.W. North, Dikembe Martin? He's kind of had an up and down season, kind of typical of sophomores, though. I mean, what has he brought so far this year? You have another point guard, Javon Brown, which you can kind of use both guards in at the same time. Kind of helpful for you?
Yeah, it is. Javon was injured as well, and he's just kind of getting back. And it's tough when you get back and there's 3 or 4 games in and you're trying, guys learn from those exhibitions, and he missed a lot of practice time. So we do see the ability for him to kind of run the team and get Dikembe off the ball a little bit and use his scoring ability a little bit more and those kind of things. Obviously, Cal, I thought he played maybe his best game in his career here. At LMU, really scored it at a high level. And then people are, going after him. And that's the lesson for a talented sophomore, is that people are now focusing and preparing to take away some of the things you do. But in the Pacific game, he was critical in getting us back in that game. And so, we just got to continue to find him shots, efficient shots. He's knocking it down from 3. He probably needs to take a couple more of those. People are kind of giving him that because he likes to play off that bounce, and I think he can knock that down at a high level. And just keep taking the steps for a point guard, organizing your team and making sure people are in the right places. And that's a lot of responsibility on that spot. But he grows every day. He's learning, he's growing, and we're happy with kind of where he's at. But he's obviously, like everybody, got to continue to get better.
Got Dennis Cutts here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, I wanted to ask you about Co Flippin, because Jeff and I, of course, we like to say his name. He's got a cool name.
Yeah, we say it about 100 times a game just to say it. It's fun to say.
But he's getting some spot minutes here and there, and he adds a degree of some energy. He provides a spark. He's chasing down loose balls. He's coming up with steals. He'll hit a 3 once in a while. I mean, what has Co Flippin been for you off the bench?
Well, exactly that. He's been with me for 4 years as well. So, he is ingrained in this program as much as anybody, and that's exactly what he is. If we see a little bit out there where there's not a lot of energy going on, he can play kind of multiple positions. He's got some toughness, and he plays very, very hard. So anytime we need that little spark, or we just feel like our perimeter is kind of not playing with some energy, he has taken on that role to jump in there and kind of create a little havoc and get us going and make a play. And Western New Mexico is the best example. He changed that whole game when he came in. So he can do that. He's been great fit here, and his versatility is nice. He can play multiple spots for us after being here so long.
Well, Coach Kutch, we always appreciate the time. Best of luck tomorrow night against Air Force, and hopefully we'll get back to the winning ways with a big win inside SRC Arena before finals.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Coach. All right, that's Dennis Cutts here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's Military Appreciation Night for the Highlanders tomorrow night. Jeff will have the call, and hopefully they'll snap this losing streak and again go into finals feeling good. You don't want to be like, oh man, we lost another game and have to take a biochemical engineering, archaeology, whatever that was.
Yeah,
test
it was like
for Dikembe, DK.
Yeah, it sounded just ridiculous what he said. But I know Dikembe wants to be a doctor, so that was one of the reasons he chose UC Riverside, was to go to the medical school here at Riverside.
If you want to be a doctor, you're not going to be taking ceramics
like I
Jeff
did
over here. Come on.
Hey, underwater basket weaving.
Yeah,
I was great at that. Finger painting 101. Yeah.
Did you pass that one?
No.
When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing all up. We'll talk a little NFL. One of our NFL guys giving back to the Inland Empire. We'll tell you how you can get involved. And what about those Luke Bryan tickets?
Yeah,
it's blowing up on Twitter right now. Should we give away some in the next segment?
I think we should.
All right, Luke Bryan tickets. When we come back, you'll hear the contest. We'll tell you when to call in. Once again, the phone number is 951-369-3299. 1350. It's also on our Twitter feed at Inland_sports. Luke Bryan tickets coming up. Little NFL chatter when we come back here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Driving.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And we are back on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Welcome back. We're going to wrap this thing up as we take you into Thursday Night Football. Saints and Falcons right here, NFL action on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We'll talk a little NFL in these last couple of minutes. But, Jeff, right now, it's time to give away those Luke Bryan tickets. The Luke Bryan, country music megastar. Right now, we're going to play a song. Greg Holla is going to tee it up. If you can identify the song, call us right now on the hotline, 951-369-1350, or tweet us at @inland_sports. If you know this song, then you're going to win 2 tickets to the iHeart Country album release party featuring Luke Bryan live at the iHeart Radio Theater in Los Angeles on Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Extremely busy compared to the town that I came from. I used to ride my horse to Burger King. Yeah.
We are waiting.
So we're playing the Luke Bryan song, but of course there's a little bit of lead into it. But here it is. I know Jeff knows this one.
I know all Luke Bryan songs.
It's on replay. So if you know this Luke Bryan song, we'll try not to talk over it too much, but if you know this Luke Bryan song, call the hotline one more time. It's 951-369-1350, or hit us up on Twitter. We've got some tickets to give away. Let's go to the hotline right now. We already got a call.
How do we get a call that fast? All right, caller, who are you, and what do you have to say?
I love Luke Bryan.
Hey, so you have to identify the song. What Luke Bryan song is this?
That is Country Girl.
That's right!
Country Girl, shake it for me.
We got a winner. Congratulations. You are going to go see Luke Bryan. You've got passes inside the iHeart Country album release party featuring Luke Bryan live at the iHeart Radio Theater in Los Angeles. That's coming up this Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We're going to get some more information from you off the air, but congratulations. You got passes to see Luke Bryan.
Thank you very much. That is awesome. My daughter absolutely loves him, so it'll be a great night.
Now, you were obviously listening to the Inland Sports Show.
I have been.
Now, what was what did you take away from today's show?
That the Ball Boys signed with an agent, and Rancho Verde to win their game with Jeff Steinberg leading them.
Are you a Steinberg fan?
I am.
He's got Rancho Verde in that Cajon matchup.
I think a few people out here do.
Well, congratulations.
Jeff won a CIF championship for my alma mater, Burroughs High School in Ridgecrest.
Oh, you're a Burroughs Burrow.
I am.
You guys beat Palm Springs, and let me guess, was that 2005, 2006?
Yeah, that was 2005, I believe.
Hey, I remember that. Yeah. So we'll go back in the time machine for just a moment. I was working in Bakersfield at ABC 23, and I used to cover Steinberg and the Burroughs off and on a little bit. I remember when they played for that Southern Section title because everyone else in Kern County was Central Section, but the Burroughs were down there in the Southern Section. I know he knows that.
Yes.
So
I was back there in the 1980s. So, and then it was fun following Jeff when he came up there.
Well, he's doing big things down here in the IE, but real quick, that was a tough loss for you guys against Aquinas, right, in this Southern Section Championship game?
Yes, it was. They were big. That's a good football team, and I would expect them to win again this week.
Well, congratulations.
They got to advance.
Congratulations on those Luke Bryan tickets. We're going to get your name. We'll get you the information, but you're going on Tuesday. You got those sweet passes.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah, I listen to you guys every day on my way home now.
You are the man. Yeah. We appreciate that so much. And nothing but love for the Burroughs.
Hey, love those Burroughs.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so there's one set of Luke Bryan tickets. Actually, Jeff, we just got news. We could give away 2 more.
2 more?
So if you hit us up right now, the first one in or on Twitter, we'll give away 2 more tickets. We already know the song. The song's already out there. It's Country Girl. But the first one to hit, we're blowing up again.
We got another line?
More Luke Bryan tickets to give away. Let's go right back to the Inland Sports hotline. Who's this on the show?
This is Dylan from San Bernardino.
Dylan, do you want to go see Luke Bryan?
Yes, of course I do.
Dylan, we're going to hook you up, brother, with 2 passes. You're going on Tuesday to Los Angeles, and you're going to go see Luke Bryan at the iHeart Country album release party.
Woo!
I love the enthusiasm. Dylan, what's your name?
Dylan from San Bernardino.
And listen, we're going to get your number off the air. Give us a call after the show. We're going to get all your information, man. You're going to go to Los Angeles on Tuesday and go see Luke Bryan. You got 2 tickets.
Thank you, guys. Love the show.
Thanks, Dylan. We appreciate it, brother.
He's from the City of Champions.
City of Champions, Crown Town, San Bernardino. So big winners here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Going to go see Luke Bryan. And Jeff, it was so much fun. I think we're going to do it again tomorrow. More Luke Bryan tickets to blow out of here.
I'm going to listen to Luke Bryan all the way home.
So Luke Bryan tickets, more tomorrow. But real quick, as we wrap this thing up, we want to give a quick shout out. He's a friend of the program, a friend of the show. He's been in this very studio here in Riverside in the Inland Sports Studio at Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's the great Kenny Clark of the Green Bay Packers.
Great guy.
Yes, and he is doing his first annual Clark Family Toy Giveaway. So you can actually donate toys, or maybe you know a family that's in need this Christmas time and they need some presents maybe under the tree. We want to help out here in the IE community, and Kenny Clark has a huge heart. He wants to do so much. He does a lot already for the IE community. San Bernardino native, played at Carter High School in Rialto. But the website that you want to go to if you want to donate, or maybe you know a family that could use a donation, that's info@firstpicksports.com. That's info@firstpicksports.com. Shoot them an email that can get you more information.
Kenny Clark had the largest neck and head of any man that's ever been in this building.
He's thick.
Man, he scared the heck out of me.
He's a big, thick dude. The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled, quick quality oil change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training, and of course our friends at Catalano Motors in Corona. We've got the Saints and the Falcons coming up here on Fox Sports IE. And again, a couple IE guys, Jeff, suiting up in this one. Marcus Williams, he's got that groin injury. He's questionable, but we're hoping to see him suit up for the Saints. And, of course, for the Falcons, DeMonte Casey out of Cajon High School. So 2 local defensive backs. You can check them out on Thursday Night Football, the Saints and the Falcons. The Saints are at 9-3. So are the Rams. So it's really getting juicy now, Jeff, as we head down the home stretch of the NFL season.
Go Rams.
You're a Rams guy?
Well, if you add an H, it's Gore Hams.
Oh my
Go Rams, baby. Go Rams.
I never looked at it that way.
Hey.
I guess you're right. Quick teaser for tomorrow coming up on the Inland Sports Show on Friday right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We've got Jim Clover, the mastermind behind the IE All-Star Classic, the 33rd year in a row. He's going to break some news tomorrow right here on this show.
I have a present for him tomorrow.
You do?
I do.
You have a present for Jim Clover?
I got him a present when I was back in the big house.
Oh, he's a big Buckeye.
So I brought him something.
Ohio State Buckeyes.
I brought him something that he will have tomorrow that he will cherish forever.
So we'll talk Inland Empire All-Star Classic. It's going to be January 13th at Centennial High School, and Jim Clover has more details. He's the mastermind. Plus, Jim Alexander, columnist from the Press Enterprise.
He's the fossil of the Riverside.
Jeff, come on. You can't call him a fossil.
Well, he's been around long enough. He's like a fossil.
He's been around. But
he's like a father figure.
He's the official scribe, the voice of the Press Enterprise.
When he started writing for the Press Enterprise, he used a chisel and some big tablets.
Gosh.
He did.
He wasn't chiseling his column in.
Yes,
Jeff?
he did. He was out of bedrock. He's chiseled it out of bedrock.
And his car did not have a bottom. He just used his feet, right?
He did, exactly.
We'll also have Cal Baptist head men's basketball coach Rick Croy. They got Star Wars night coming up Saturday night. We're going to talk Star Wars with Rick Croy. That's Saturday night. And also Yancey Dodson, head basketball coach at Riverside Poly High School. Talking about the Kiwanis. The Bears playing Pacific tonight. We got to go. Tomorrow we're back 3 to 6 p.m. right here on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m.
Your local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Fox Sports IE 1350.
Michigan State fan, I would think that Michigan State deserves to go to the better bowl.
It's Outkick